Welcome back. This technically on our planning would be for Tuesday. If you're following along in that way, lesson 153. So let's back up a little bit, give you a little review of what we talked about yesterday. We're starting to work on the idea of haiku poetry. Haiku poetry, as you recall, is a pattern of symbols. It's about something in nature. It gives a specific mental picture of something that you're familiar with, some object, some place, some feeling. So let's kind of dig right into that. Now, I want you to take a look at the pictures on page 300. They give you, looks like 2, 4, 6 pictures to look at right there. Now, poems are best written about things that you're familiar with. Now, you may not be familiar with any of those, but surely one of them you can kind of think about. I'll just say I'm going to pick the frog, okay? Now, if I'm thinking about frog, one way that I can kind of start going with this haiku poetry is if I start thinking, okay, when I think of a frog, or if I'm looking at a frog, what can I be thinking of? So here's a word web. I know I can't go too much further than right here, or I'm not on the screen. But here's a word web, and you're going to be doing that this evening. You're going to be choosing what you'd like to write about in your haiku and choosing a key item or a key feeling or a key object. I'm going to choose frog because that's one of the pictures there. So you write your key item in the middle of the word web. This is a word web. And then you think to yourself, okay, when I think of frog, what do I think of? To me, when I think of frogs, I think about them being green. I'll get out of my own way in here in just a second. I think about them being green. I think about, am I still in the frame? I think so. I think about them being bumpy. You've ever held a frog? They're very bumpy. They ribbit. Ribbit. Make a noise. All right, what else do I think of? About them hopping. So that kind of gives you an idea. Now you can have as many words as you'd like in your word web. It's just a way of you thinking out loud, getting it down on paper so that when you actually start writing your poem, you'll have some words to choose from. So that's what I want you to be doing this evening is to go ahead and start thinking, what am I going to write about? Make a word web and then come back with some ideas. Then we'll talk about the rest of it tomorrow. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.